Webisode number 13.
What about it?
We're 13 years old now.
We're 13 years old.
Mm-hmm. We have successfully exited the dreaded little tweenage stage. The tween stage.
Fully fledged teenagers now.
Mm-hmm. We're 13. We have little mustaches and we're riding motorcycles.
Excuse you.
That's what I did at 13.
Speak for yourself.
I had a little mustache.
You grew a mustache?
I had a little mustache and I had a motorcycle and a leather jacket.
Oh my god.
And I smoked cigarettes. Some of that's true.
I hate all of this.
Some of that's actually true.
I know the cigarette bit is true because you just where are your parents? God.
The motorcycle is definitely true as well. Couldn't grow a mustache, unfortunately.
No, two truths and a lie.
I have kind of this I have sort of this idea where every episode that we do after this point will relate it to that age. So episode 13, we're 13 years old, and we gotta act
yes.
it. No, we don't. We have to
the most insufferable podcast.
The most insufferable role-playing podcast. Well, I'm a teenager. So when when we're on episode 4, we're just like or episode 2, we're just goo goo gaga for 45 minutes.
It's just adult baby role play.
Just an excuse for me to just piss my pants. No, okay, so we're 13 years old, and then as the episodes progress, we'll be like, okay, 24, what did that age mean to me? And then when we exit and we become older than we are now, we're at episodes like 30 and 40, even going up to like 60, 80. Well,
we need to predict.
Well, not where we'll be, but like just that age and the appreciation of that age.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
I like it.
We'll stop eventually. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll stop at the normal...
We'll stop when we get bored of it.
Right. But for now, I'm not bored of it. And we're 13 years old.
Love it.
Before we get into that, let's introduce the show. Hey, you're listening to All the Space in Between. My name is Mitch.
I am Billy.
And together we make a podcast.
Bitch.
No.
No. We make the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 13.
Tell me.
I started school.
Oh, you, for the first time, you were never in
they
school.
They finally let me attend. I finally learned to read.
You started first grade, yeah.
Yeah, no, I started high school because that's when high school starts for us.
Oh yeah, you don't have like a middle school or anything there, right?
We do not have a middle school. We get thrown from primary school straight into the tumultuous year 7.
Now, primary school is elementary?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. We go nursery, kindergarten for you.
Okay.
Primary, elementary for you.
Well, what about preschool? You have preschool over there?
Wait, I guess preschool is
like nursery.
Nursery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, how old are you in kindergarten? For you, nursery.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
I guess I was 4.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think I was 3 because I'm the youngest. But like, yeah.
No, I was 4 years old in preschool and 5 years old in kindergarten. Not to brag.
You are bragging.
Yeah. Okay. Not to be proud, but I was 5 in kindergarten. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. I know that I was 13 in year 7 though.
Okay. What grade do you exit? Oh, do you have, this is going to sound stupid. You have grades there? Yeah, you have grades.
Well, we just call them years.
Years. Okay.
Yeah.
So what year?
Year 7, not 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what year did you exit primary school?
6 is the last year of primary school.
Okay,
and
same.
then 7 is high school.
Same for me, except we do a transitioned middle school where everyone can kind of blossom into under one horrifying roof. We're all just experiencing emotions.
Everyone gets most of their teenage acne out all in one building.
Yeah, we're all just kind of blossoming at once, and our pituitary glands are just doing what they need to, yeah. And we're all just eating greasy microwave burritos as we're talking to each other and trying to act like we're adults. And I'm over there smoking cigarettes and riding fucking
You know, I don't think I
motorcycles,
ate a
baby.
burrito until I was about like 17. Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
It's fucking hard growing up here, man.
Yeah,
it's
London,
hard.
man.
I lived on beans for 16 years.
I wanted
okay?
one too. Like I asked
I
every year
fucking
for my
wanted one.
birthday.
I didn't know what one was to even ask for one.
I had to Google one, and
Yeah.
guess what? Internet's down. Or co.uk didn't know. Google.co.uk had no idea what a burrito was. It thought it was a fucking cookie. You see, because everything over there is a cookie. A biscuit
A biscuit.
is a cookie.
Yeah.
But a biscuit can
Yeah.
also be a pudding.
No, it
But
can't.
a pudding can also be a blood. But a car is also
a boot.
a boot.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
we have the boot of the car.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
A boot. God. We were saying something before I interrupted.
13 years old.
All right. 13 years old. You didn't go to middle school. You were already
No.
in high school.
I went to high school and I cut all my hair off and
Wow.
I never looked back. Yeah. I got my first short haircut. I started buying my first CDs, I think.
And what CDs were those?
The first CD that I remember... Okay, I've got two different ones. The first CD I asked for was, in a shop, was Avril Lavigne's Let Go.
Oh,
A
wow.
classic.
We were just talking
classic,
about that. Yeah.
And the first CD that I paid for with my money in HMV was Fallen by Evanescence.
Wow. Really, really of
Yeah.
its era.
Yeah.
Extremely of its era.
Yeah, very good. And I had a mini disc player actually in year 7 that I'd made like a compilation of, and it had like Evanescence, the Ramones, Green Day. Green Day was, probably my favorite band at the time.
we know and can tell.
Yeah, you can tell from the name mostly. Yeah.
You actually asked your mom when you were 2 if you can be. Your first words were change my name.
My first names were Billy Joe.
You as a tiny baby.
Yeah. You were blossoming into what I can only imagine was a little juggalo.
Yeah, at 13 I was full blown. I was just getting back into it. I found juggalo music, the culture and the lifestyle at a very young age, but it didn't delve into it very hard. But at around 2000 and I almost said 12, 2002 in 2002 is really where it changed, because I was about to be 13 years old and they dropped The Wraith of Shangri-La, which was the 6th Joker's card, and that really, really just re-sparked my interest and infatuation with the juggalo rap group duo known as the Insane Clown Posse. And so yeah, a lot of my 13 years were invested in sort of Faygo and face paint and going to class and not feeling understood. I also started ditching for the first time in the 7th grade. So that was that was when I was 13.
That was the start of a lifelong tradition.
No, actually, yeah, I was in the 8th grade when I was 13, so I was definitely ditching by then.
Maybe I was as well.
Yeah, because when I was 12 years old...
We're both like summer babies, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, maybe I was in the year 8. I don't know. I can't do math.
Yeah, because when I was 12 years old, I definitely started ditching school, but it wasn't for some like cool reason or anything. I was just far too anxious and nervous and embarrassed to go to class because I was too afraid to be asked to be read out loud or to read out loud because I stuttered. I had a really bad stutter. And so I started ditching class, and I wouldn't do anything cool. I would just like sit in the bathroom stall.
I relate to that in a big way, because I would get to school and then I would just I'd get there slightly late, like 10 minutes late when everyone else had already gone into class, and I would just stand outside class for the full 50 minutes until everyone came out again.
Wow.
And then I'd go into the next one maybe. Because because I couldn't avoid going into the next one, but I just stand in the hallway the whole time. Or if I heard someone coming, then go into the bathroom. But I didn't even have the excuse of like stuttering or anything.
Yeah.
I was just afraid to be in a room with people.
Now you only did that when you were late, so you didn't have
I was
the
late
awkward...
every single day.
But you would actually ditch class because you didn't want to have the awkward experience of having to like knock on the door and be like, "Hey, I'm late," and then
walk
like,
in.
yeah,
Yeah,
all eyes are on you.
I hated that. Yeah. I did not want to be like the one that everyone's looking at while I'm like walking through the room.
Wow, yeah, and they were just like, "Well, here she is." Here comes
the tardy one.
That's really funny to me. That's what you don't want to be known as. Of all the other stuff they can pick on, they were like, "Oh, look who was 10 minutes late." Oh, look who's consistently can't make it to school on time. It wasn't how you dressed or the music you listened to or the
well, we all had a uniform, so it wouldn't be how I dressed.
Yeah, but you still can't you have the option if you have like a uniform, can't you punk it out a little?
A little bit. I had like badges on my blazer lapel and a few safety pins.
That's cool.
And then
badges. I think you meant patches. I was like, holy shit.
No. I had my bag was covered in patches though.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
My bag was all patched up, and eventually someone wrote faggot across that bag, and I continued to just use it.
Yeah, I had situations like that a lot in school too.
I'm just like, okay, this is fine. This is punk actually, and I like it. So
when you're that age and you're constantly mocked for stuff like that, you just kind of like embrace.
You gotta lean into it.
Yeah. But we're 13. We're feeling good. We're 13 episodes deep into this podcast. Again, you're listening to all the space in between, and we do have a few emails to get through on this episode.
Quite a few emails. We've been getting some great emails. I love them. And just to get it out of the way now, if you have an email that you want to send to us, that address is
allthespaceinbetween@gmail.com, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And if you'd like to visit,
send us your everything. Send us your pickles. Send us your advice questions. Send us everything.
Oh, don't even get me started. If you have a pickle, send it over. Send it over so we can just gaze and appreciate at it. But so we
can kind of laugh at it.
If you're into that, sure. Send us your pickle and we'll laugh at it.
For but a small fee.
DM us. We'll create a Twitter account where you can DM us your pickle, and we'll publicly post tweets about it laughing. Man, we saw we're gonna get onto some other shit now, but we saw a lot of fetish accounts just recently. Where we were just kind of, and we'll do this together a lot. We'll sit on Twitter and we'll look at hashtags, and we'll just see like the people that are using those hashtags. And one of them we stumbled across. Yeah. We kind of assumed was a joke at first because of how they were approaching their own fetish. They were kind of laughing at themselves a lot, and we thought it was just a basic like, guy in woman's clothing, and he's kind of laughing at himself, and that's the whole joke. I don't love that joke. I'm sure you as a British person go crazy for it. But
get away from me. No. God.
But we saw it and we were just like, okay. And then one of us clicked the profile and we're like, oh wait, no, this is this guy's whole thing. So we were like, yeah, that's cool. That's fine. But then we were noticing that he, this whole Twitter account is exclusively to like reaching out to a sex worker who will then like expose him for dressing up in women's clothing.
Yeah.
And he's still identified as a man, but was openly like, don't I look bad in this stuff? Aren't I terrible? Don't I, blah, blah. And we're really looking at that being like, wow, so this person is getting paid probably a decent amount of money to just post these tweets. And wow, that's really cool. Rock on. That's like so cool. And then we hit a point where we're like, I feel kind of bad. I feel like we're kind of, because like I don't want to be making fun of this guy, because
yeah, and then we were like, hang on, but that's exactly what he wants.
Isn't this is his dream right now? Because we were kind of,
he would be ecstatic to think that two strangers on the internet felt like they might be making fun of him.
Yeah,
he would fucking love that.
Because we were a little cautious at first. I wanted to be really
I was like, well, I don't want to make fun of anybody.
You know?
Yeah, I don't want to be mean.
I was like, yeah, this is all cool. But then just like to see the extent of like what he was doing and being like, don't I look fucking terrible? Aren't I disgusting? And I was like, oh my gosh. And we kind of, you know, like I caught myself kind of snickering at how weird the whole thing was to me. And I was like, wait, I don't want to make fun of this guy. And then I was like, wait. This is exactly what he wants me to do, is make fun of him.
I'm falling into his trap, actually.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what would be the least problematic thing to do. If I don't laugh at him, I think that's to make him upset. So we're going to post his Twitter. We can all have a...
Anyway, yeah, we'll post it later, yeah.
That'd make his whole week, wouldn't it?
It's infuriating to, like, get a message from a guy who's into, like, humiliation or degradation at all, because... he'll send you, like, I don't know, just an annoying message or an unwarranted dick pic or something, and you can't tell him to fuck off and that he's disgusting
because it's what he wants.
Because he likes it. Like
that's confusing.
What the fuck? Yeah, you're
shit.
Like stuck.
Damn it! I just gave him free content.
Jesus. Yeah.
He was willing to pay for it.
You can't do anything.
Yeah, maybe just maybe send over the cash and I'll tell you to fuck off. How about that? Damn. That's confusing.
Really puts you in a hard situation. Yeah. Anyway, we have some messages to read.
They're good too. The last episode we particularly talked about bad questions. We're just like, please don't send over your bad old questions. And since then we've gotten some great questions. I really like the questions. Like we have so many that we have
stellar.
Yeah, that we have a lot on back catalog now. But with that said, continue sending them.
Yes, please do send more. I love them.
Do you know which one we're going to read first?
Yes.
Which one is that?
I do know. The one at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can I read the one after that?
Yes. Should we take it in turns?
Yeah. It'll go... Because we're doing 3, right?
We are reading 3 emails. We're not doing 3 questions, but we are doing 3 emails.
That's a sizable amount. So 3 emails. You'll read the first, I'll read the second, you'll read the third?
Yes.
Okay. Go for it.
Right. So here is our first email. This one is a question. And the subject line is how to survive home alone. And it goes, hey guys, my parents are going out of town next weekend. I'm 18 and I've never been home alone for more than a day. And I'm concerned. I feel that the power will go out and the stress of that alone will kill me. 2 days isn't a long time, but it is long enough for my dog to eat my corpse. How do you survive a weekend alone so I can avoid this? And P.S. Also, if you put your names together, it's bitch. We have noticed that.
We have definitely noticed that in our private spare time.
Our friends have noticed that.
You put them together, it does create bitch.
It does. And that is why it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of badass.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It implies that you or anyone would put your name before mine, which is kind of bad. Yeah, it's almost like you... And I know this is weird to say because it's such like a foreign concept, but it's almost like you'll come like before me in any aspect.
Right.
And that...
like I'm more valuable.
Yeah. And like it goes beyond making me mad. It makes me scared too.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It makes me mad, and I'm shaking, but not because I'm mad. I'm shaking because I'm scared. I'm mad because I'm misogynistic, I guess.
Oh,
yeah. If I had to put it into words.
Yeah. If only there were like some kind of word to being like scared that your manliness was being
yeah.
threatened.
If only someone...
If there were a word for that, that would be what you were feeling.
If I could just... If Twitter could start using that word, actually. Yeah. That'd be really good.
This question is interesting to me because I cannot fucking fathom getting to 18 and having never been alone for more than a day.
Yeah, that part's really endearing to me and cute.
It's really sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if because like I was raised in a household where it was just my mom that I lived with and she worked full time, so I'm like was very used to it.
Right.
And the idea that I would be at the age of 18 and not know what to do when my parents left for a weekend, because I always knew what to do, because it would be throw a rager.
Really?
Throw an absolute fucking rager.
You would throw, because I had parties and stuff like that, but I've never thrown a rager. You would throw what you would consider a rager?
I had the police called a couple times.
How many people are we talking?
Nah, not a huge amount of people. Maybe like...
Oh, look who's backtracking because her mom listens to the podcast. No,
at the most, maybe
just a kickback. Just, all my close friends. And we went to bed at like 10:30, which is kind of late.
Yeah, it was more like a pizza sleepover, actually. No, my mom knew about most of the parties that I threw. Like, she'd go to Ireland for New Year's and be like, yeah, have a party, just make sure it's clean.
Is it a rager if your mom approves of it first?
We shouldn't approve all of them.
Man, you're gonna get in
I
trouble.
think I'd have like maybe like 15 to 20 people at the most. But it's quite a small house, so that seems pretty
20 people
like a lot.
is a lot of it's a ton of people to me.
Yeah. But these were the skins years, that means nothing to you, but it means something deep and powerful to me.
I'm sure it does. Yeah, you were just like, that's life, man. That's my life, actually. I'm like, go home, bathe. You smell like ketamine. Just go away.
Yeah. No, my brother threw worse parties than I did.
Worse as in better?
No, worse as in they were worse, and they were just like stinkier and messier and not as much fun.
Oh, okay.
They made more mess and they weren't as much fun.
Okay, yours
worse
were
in
organized, clean.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah. All the ketamine was rationed out in a safe amount.
Stop.
It was all good. It was all in good fun.
No, we were drinking the clean alcohols, like Glen's vodka.
Okay.
Glen's cheap vodka. My brother and his friends would be drinking like the cheapest black cider that you could get.
Man, you're calling out your brother a lot right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's straight edge vegan now, so he got it all out early. But I came home one time after one of his parties to black sludge all over the carpet of the upstairs hallway. And I didn't know whether it was shit or it was something else. And it turned out that it was vomit. And
who vomited black sludge?
Yeah, because I genuinely was like, did someone shit themselves? And he's like, no, it's vomit. And it was up the fucking walls. And we had to like wipe down the wallpaper and stuff. It was disgusting. So I never got in that level of trouble.
Thank God.
But yeah, the idea that I wouldn't know what to do. It's like, okay, here are the things that you do when your parents are gone. Okay, you maybe throw a minor rager.
You do not encourage this person the first time they're going to be alone for a weekend to throw a party. I'm discouraging them to do that. Actually,
it's going to be a Mean Girls scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
As in, you're going to watch Mean Girls.
Yeah. You pee with the door open. That's what you can do. That's kind of fun.
Do that anyway.
Well, no, you can't. Yeah, you walk around in the nude. You play loud music. You just have a time. It's good. It's not stressful. It's fine.
Yeah, see,
you get to eat bread for every meal. Just dry bread.
That's... Jesus Christ, your life is depressing. Pee with the door open, eat bread till it hurts, and fuck it. Yeah. That's it, I guess.
That's a time.
Yeah, I would agree that just being absolutely alone, you get to like play loud music. I think that's really cool. You get to just walk around the house being as loud as you want. You do get a bit lonely, but even with stuff like parents, you're in the mind state. Like, they didn't mention anything about being like, anti their own parents or having a bad relationship with them. They probably have a really healthy relationship with their parents. So them being gone and it being just you're probably going to be like, kind of miss mom and dad. Kind of just miss their presence in the home. But you do get to walk around. Cute. You do get to kind of walk around loudly and play loud music and eat whatever you want at whatever time you want. I think that's like was always the major difference for me is that I'm just like, I'm going to order pizza and then I'm going to have it for breakfast and I'm going to leave the boxes out and I'm going to play loud music and I'm just going to walk around in my fucking underwear. And you just kind of degrade into that person, but it feels very...
feels very novel.
Yeah, it feels very like, I know this isn't going to last forever, but I'm going to enjoy it now.
And that's what makes it not depressing.
Now, how do you stop your dog from eating your corpse? That's a hard one. Dogs are naturally repelled by certain things. You do a quick Google search on those things, kind of rub them onto your body. You're already going to be naked. Rub them onto your body so that when the time comes, you can have an open casket.
Yeah, if possible, kind of get another dog's scent all over you, so that you're marked as their territory. Okay, and they'll give you a wide berth. That'll be fine.
Get another dog to claim you, if you will. To fucking claim you. And you know what? I guess if this is our advice segment of this podcast, kill your dog.
Oh,
kill
eat
it
him
before
first?
Eat him first.
Yeah.
Kill the fucker before he kills you?
Maybe, perhaps.
I'm just spitballing here. If it sticks, it sticks. I'm just the one who threw it. All right.
I'm just throwing stuff at the wall, which is, yeah.
Fuck. My actual advice is that you're going to be just fine, and it'll be cool, and you'll have that cool experience.
You're gonna play our podcast real loud.
Just real fucking loud, yeah.
Yeah.
Ear-piercing volumes. The cops get called because you're listening to a podcast alone. Too loud.
Plot twist, they love it.
Yeah, they were just like, we just wanted to stop by and say we're huge fans of the podcast as well. We heard it from down the fucking street.
This podcast is no cops allowed, I'm afraid, though.
Yeah. They listen to it
no
on
matter
their...
how much they're attracted to it.
On their time off, if that... It makes any difference, and you're nodding your head that it doesn't. Okay, so you're kind of doing that thing where you're like, you kind of drop it.
Cut it.
No,
cut
stop,
it.
stop. Talking about cops too much. Our next question is something kind of along the same lines of a party, in that it has exactly to do with the party. So if I can pull that up and read it, if you'll allow me.
Yes, I will allow you to do that.
I should let you know that I lost the email. And
deleted it.
Oh, fuck.
I ate it.
I've been using this plugin, not a sponsor. It's called Open Dyslexic. And kind of helps you come out as a dyslexic. So apparently it's working because I'm talking about it. No, it's called Open Dyslexic. And it's a plugin that changes the font to something that looks ridiculous. It looks like comic book font.
Yeah.
And
it's all kind of weighted.
Yeah, but I will say it's been working quite well.
And you're a genius now.
I am a genius. I am adding numbers at an insane rate in my head.
He's the Rain Man.
Actually, while I'm having this conversation, and I haven't brought this up yet, but in one of my headphones is actually like on the left side, it's a TED Talks playing right now. And on the other side, it's another TED Talks.
Oh.
And they're both playing at once at like 3 times the speed.
I've got a TED Talk in one ear and like a Chinese language course in the other.
Yeah, I'm learning Mandarin.
Yeah.
And, so by the end of this episode, and they're both playing at like 12 times the speed. So by the end of this episode, I'll be a fucking genius. And you're weirdly like, I guess you're a little smart for being able to talk over it all. That's at least a little impressive.
Now it's all just cancelling out to white noise in your brain.
Yeah, to weed it out. That has something to do with it. Anyway, our next email is coming from, you don't know because it's all anonymous, but I know, and I know your name. It says wasted, stupid, but experienced from now on. It says, hello, Billy and Mitch, which is weird. I don't like to bring it up twice in a row because it does actually make me angry, but your name before mine is actually...
It's alphabetical, baby.
So, yeah, I'm just not a guy that follows the rules, maybe. So, yeah, Billy and Mitch. Hey, does it say Mitch and Billy or Billy and Mitch on our... And I know we've talked about this before, but I can never remember. On our podcast cover?
I believe it says Mitch and Billy.
Does it say Mitch and Billy?
I believe that I let you have that one, as they say.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Because again, this is like the third time that I brought it up, so I can't stress it enough. But it causes like physical rage in me thinking about it.
Yeah, it does make him shake with anger.
No, shake with fear, but angry on top of that. Anyway, hello there, Billy and Mitch. This isn't really much of a pickle situation, but it's still a story that happened to me, so I thought you guys would like to hear it. So about a week ago, I got drunk. Really drunk, wasted drunk, hammered drunk, drunk.
I see.
I am the kind of person that never really drinks, but on that day, for some reason, I decided that I was an alpha male and could drink alcohol without any consequences. It, as we all feel sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you just feel like an alpha male.
It was my classmate's birthday party, and all the other classmates were there too. Not only did I throw up 4 times in... Not only did I throw up 4 times in front of all my classmates, but I also got so sick that they had to call an ambulance.
No!
But what did I get? Except all the shame from that, you may ask? I got experience. That's a funny way to twist this.
Actually, it was good.
Yeah,
so
actually I did it on purpose because I'm a genius. I had them call the ambulance because I was having a fit of genius.
I was having an epiphany.
I called an ambulance. I'm having an epiphany. It's like you're vomiting 4 times. You have alcohol poisoning is what happened. But what did I get except for all the shame, you may ask? I got experience. But not the kind of experience which makes you think, oh no, I'm not going to get drunk ever again. No, it was a whole different experience. Throughout the whole day of me being sick, only 3 of my friends were really trying to get me to... were really trying to help me get better. So getting drunk helped me find true friends. I'm lost. Thanks for reading. Much love. This person's name.
This is so funny.
This is one of the funniest emails.
I can't express how funny to me this is. They're just like... A, that they're like, well, actually, it was good because I learned something.
Yeah.
And B, the thing that they learned was who their true friends were.
They were
maybe
like,
the true friends were the alcohols that we threw up along the way.
Yeah. Maybe my true friends were the paramedics that revived me. In the ambulance hospital bed on the gurney outside my classmate's home.
Oh my god.
Those were my true friends.
While their parents were away for the weekend.
I love how this person is just like, all right, I'll admit it. I kind of, my eyes were bigger than my stomach and I drank a little more than I should have. I threw up 4 times and even to the extent where somebody called the ambulance. Somebody ratted me out to the doctors. And I had to...
Someone knocked on me.
And I had to then get medical help. But you know what?
Yeah.
It was all fine because I learned something. Only about 3 of those motherfuckers even helped me.
I like that they're just like, why didn't the whole party stop? Excuse...
All the other
Hey everyone? Hi? I don't know if you've noticed, but it's no longer this person's birthday and now my ambulance day. So if you could all just pay attention to me.
Mark your calendars because I'll be doing it again next year. But this is
ruining the same person's birthday.
This is your trial run to see who my real friends are. Only 3 of those motherfuckers. You're
gonna weed them out bit by bit. You're like, only 2 of them stayed this year. Fuck. Yeah.
2 or 3 of them at tops helped me. All the rest of you cowards just watched in horror as I had a medical fit.
Only my true best friend was enough of my friend to stick their fingers down my throat to clear my airways.
To make sure I didn't fall asleep on my back. Fuck. This email's so funny.
So, this is a really funny email that didn't even ask for any advice.
No, they were like, here's a fucked up story.
They just told us a tale. They just spun us a yarn.
It's a funny story.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
God.
Good.
You ever been drunk? Wasted drunk, as this person claims. Let's see exactly what they said. They said in their own words that they were drunk. really drunk, wasted drunk, hammered drunk, drunk.
Drunk. Yeah.
You ever been that drunk?
I have been wasted drunk, hammered drunk. I have to admit, I've never thrown up 4 times. I've never had the ambulance called either. I don't think I've ever given myself alcohol poisoning.
Dude, then you've never drank. Like,
you never fucking partied, dude.
Oh, you had ragers? But there was no ambulance, you admit.
Only police and no ambulance.
Really ragers.
For it to be a true party, you have to have all 3 of the emergency services.
A therapist has to be called.
I did never go that hard. I've got real drunk before. I've thrown up. I've fallen asleep at a rave. So there you go. Because I just had a few too many beers, got a bit too sleepy.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Have you ever blacked out?
Like passed out? No,
like blacked out. You just don't remember the night. Or parts of it, because I've never blacked out in my life.
No,
but I show a lot of restraint,
I'll like forget something until someone tells me about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. But there's never something that I just like cannot recall. I don't think.
Yeah, I've never blacked out. I know a lot of people.
I mean, how would I know? Because I wouldn't be able to recall it. So
well, still, there'd be a large chunk of your night missing, and you'd be like, oh shit, I don't remember it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there are a lot of people who are like, I don't remember how I got home. You know.
Yeah.
And I've never been to that extent of drunk. My most drunk was like playing quarters, if you're familiar with it. Hey, what do you call quarters over there?
I don't call it anything, so I don't know what it is.
Come on, it's that game where you take a coin and you kind of bounce it off the table and it has to like land in a shot glass.
Oh, I don't think we popularly play that. I guess we would just call it some variation of beer pong.
Okay.
I suppose.
Anyway, yeah, my
beer
drunk
coin.
Okay,
I don't know.
don't try and make it your thing now. Don't try and coin it, if you will. The most drunk I got was just at a friend's house, and it was accidentally, and it was I was really into that game just because it's a little bit physics based, you know, and I'm actually quite good at it. At least I was, and I would play it quite often, but you know, I'm a little feeble boy, so like I'm 1, 2, 3 shots in, and I'm like I'm way past done. Like I'm not going to take any more shots in this. I am a lightweight, and then I weigh light on top of that. So I really can't do any of that. I'll take a couple shots, and I'm like, this is well beyond even where I want to be. So sometimes we'd play it with beer. We would just put a little bit of beer in a thing, and we would just be like, all right, this person has to drink that beer. So we could just play over
with all the dirty pennies in it.
Yep, I was a different person. You couldn't pay me enough money to drink that now, but that's what I would do. And I get so bored with it that I would just be like, all right, I pick myself, because I was always just landing that thing in the cup.
Yeah.
And so it was toward the end of the night, we were running out of beer, so we switched over to like really fruity tasting, not very high alcohol stuff, and I forget what it was. It was something like triple sec or something like that. And then we ran out of that, so then we switched over to something else that I assumed was still triple sec, so I poured a whole bunch of it, because this stuff is really, really low in alcohol. And I poured a whole bunch of it, and I landed it in there, and I picked myself, and I just chugged what was essentially hard alcohol without knowing it. And as soon as it kind of cleared my throat and I felt all that alcohol, I was like, what was that? They were like, it was this other thing. I thought it was triple sec. I thought it was this other thing. And I was like, well, what do I do?
Oh,
do I vomit? Do I do anything? And I was like, I'll be fine. And then about maybe 5-10 minutes later, it starts to like sink in.
I'm not fine.
And I was like, I'm definitely not okay. And it was right at that point that a lot of people were like, hey, let's go get burritos at this. And I was like, I'm not coming. I'm not going out. I'm not doing anything like that. And my buddy saw how fucking lost I was in my own body. And he was like, I'm going to stay here with Mitch. I'm going to do whatever. And I was going to spend the night at his house anyway. Like we were already at his house. And I just remember being so drunk that I was like trying to get into his bed. And I stood there kind of with my arm against the wall to kind of keep my balance for about 30 minutes as I just kept telling him shit like, dude, you're just my best friend, man. Like, I feel so much more calm with you here, man. And I really, and I was like really anxious the whole time. Like, it was my first panic attack in a long time at that point, and it really hit while I was drunk. And it wasn't great. And then when it went away, I just felt comfortable with the rest of the night, and I laid in bed with my friend, and I was like, I love you.
Oh, that's cute.
So
that's a good ending to a bad story.
Yeah, mine wasn't like a wild story where I went out enraged. I accidentally drank too much. I got anxious, and I had a heart-to-heart with a friend, and then I laid in bed with him.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice.
Mm-hmm. No, the first time that I was meant to meet my friend Mathilde, before I even arrived at the party, she got taken away in an ambulance.
Oh, what a theme.
For alcohol poisoning. Yeah. But I have never gone that hard. And it did instill, because I'd only been talking to her on MySpace previously to that. We'd never met. And it did instill, like, a weird kind of deep respect, because she was the only person I knew who'd ever done that. So I was like, this is the most hardcore girl I could fucking fathom. And it just made me want to be her friend more.
That's a good way to interpret that. Do you think this person that we just read the question of is going to be the coolest kid amongst his classmates?
It's a story, so that's something. It's definitely not something to aspire to, and definitely don't do it again. It's awful, and it'll have horrible repercussions on your body. Mm-hmm. And me and you, it's worth noting, do not even drink anymore at all.
No, we don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
We do game, though, if that counts as a drug. I'm just...
Because it is addictive, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up, actually. Yeah. It definitely is not a drug at all.
Oh. Yeah. Not classified?
No. It's not illegal, so that's good. I see, that's weird. I always thought gaming was illegal. That's why I was always bragging about it.
That's why I was always kind of only doing it at nighttime under the covers.
Yeah. Secretly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Away from the gaze of my parents. Yeah.
Okay, we're running out of time, so let's go through the last email that we're gonna read on the show.
Let's call ourselves out.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what this email is.
Right.
This is a call out to us.
Yeah. From apparently in the last episode we did, and yeah, I'm looking back at it now. I'm listening back at the clips. A lot of problematic. Just not even behavior, but just particular words that we were using. And it wasn't even a thing where we were just like kind of using dated terminology. It really just danced along the lines of what would be considered illegal. So
we did no such thing. But we did spend a portion of the last episode bragging about something which this person is calling us out on right now. So I'm going to read it.
Go for it.
What's up, Billum and Mitchell? Which I love. I encourage.
That's fine.
I love it.
If you had to use your name first, Billiam. Billiam, like William. Mm-hmm. Billiam and Mitchell. My actual name and your actual name.
Yeah, they just spell your name wrong though, so...
they got close enough.
That's disrespectful. What's up, Billiam and Mitchell? The subject line is, dude, this shit's fake. And they say, I put shit in the subject line, but this doesn't really have anything to do with shit. Sorry to disappoint. I am disappointed.
Next question, please.
So next point, yeah. I'm not typically someone that would email a podcast or something like that, but I've been pretty fucking bothered lately. In episode 3, you guys read a question about a cat ringing a doorbell and eventually murdering their owner or some shit. I remember listening to the episode when it came out, and I shit you not, instantly remembered either a Twitter post that circulated a while ago that was like the literal situation the person had described. It bothered me so much that I found a tweet describing it from August 2018, and I'm pretty sure that's not even the original tweet. So, y'all got gooned on.
Damn. Happens to the best of us.
Okay. So this person says, why did I choose to speak up after like 10 podcast episodes? In one of the recent episodes, you guys went on a tangent. This is true.
It's true.
About not sending in fake questions. Mitch saying, and I quote, I'm too well versed in fake Tumblr posts. And me being the person I am, I got over my anxiety about emailing to call your asses out. Well done. you got us.
To be fair, we were talking a big game. We were making bold claims, and I did say, and this is a quote, I am too well versed in fake Tumblr posts, but apparently I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not well versed enough in fake Twitter posts.
Yeah, that's true. So fake Twitter posts we need more work on, because they did indeed attach the tweet from 2018 as proof, and
We'll finish the email first. They say some nice stuff.
Okay, yeah, they do say at the end of the email, in all seriousness, I've been following Flat Sound for about 5 years, the radio show for about a year, and the podcast since you guys started. I've enjoyed listening to beautiful music, cave stories with Alex, and the microphone rants.
Yeah, bringing them back every week on the podcast. Can have a new microphone rant. Right now, we're recording on the Rode.
A segment. Oh Jesus!
The Rode. I think it's the NT-USB, not the USB. Okay, the NT-USB. We're both recording into each of those things. We got a little bit of compression limiters and a noise reduction with some light EQ on each of us to match both of our voices.
You had to start him on this. You had to get him going.
It really is all I'm thinking about now. So carry on.
And our writer says, and my mother overheard the shit version and the cum cat version of the John Green Tumblr post. So thank you guys for that.
God.
Have a great day, and don't be too down that some Twitter troll ass fool totally tricked y'all. I'm not too down because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Oh God.
Shame on you. You shouldn't be trying to fool us. Yeah. Why did you try and fool us?
What if they fooled us thrice?
Oh, well, then at that point, it has to be their fault still.
Yeah, it has to be. I have to be within my rights to call the police. If you fool me.
If they keep fooling me.
But 3 times,
surely.
Yeah. I'm going to read the tweet that they sent over. And they're not even sure that this is the original tweet. This just looks like a stolen version of this tweet even. So this is just a tweet that circulates sometimes because some fucking rando. Oh, also, this person's battery's at 3%. Jesus Christ. Bluetooth on, battery at 3%.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I did notice it, yeah.
Wi-Fi signal low. Fucking, come on. Get it together. It's only 8:22 p.m. when they screenshotted this, and their phone's it's only, come on. You better be home at this time, or just get, oh, actually, you know what? It's charging. Is that what it is? Like they just plugged it in?
What else can we see? Oh, they got an Instagram notification.
They do have an Instagram notification. Why don't you check
the notifications?
Yeah, check the notification. Yeah. What if it's important? 3%. Get out of here.
Jesus.
Anyway.
You're calling us out.
God. Charge your damn phone. God. In fact, send us a new screenshot. I'm not going to read this one. This one disgusts me.
Tainted.
No, this is a tweet from somebody saying, just spotted a cat on someone's porch meowing to be let in. Without thinking, I walked up to the door, rang the bell, nodded to the cat, and left. It was only I rounded. This is a typo, right? It was only something. It was only I rounded the corner. It was only when I rounded the corner when I realized what I'd done, and I heard the owner shouting, "Fuck me, Sarah! The cat rang the doorbell." Yeah, that's the question that we got that we read.
That is the question that we got.
Somebody out there, and why would we want to? What joy does that give you to just send in a thing that's not even yours? You
couldn't think of. That's bad.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to go back through our inbox and find who sent us that.
Yeah. Call them out for it.
Yeah, it really is tempting.
Maybe just us talking about going back in our inbox.
We'll
inbox is scaring them. They're just shaking in their little boots.
They're having a full-blown panic attack through this whole segment.
They're like, fuck, I got called. Oh my god. No more fake questions, please, because apparently we can't call them out.
Apparently we can't tell.
But you know what?
We're gonna have to start reverse Google searching all of our questions.
With the utilization of our very good listener base, somebody will call you out. If not us, then somebody else. You have to pass through the main filter, which is you and I both. And, because certain ones we read and we're like, that's fake. We didn't anticipate any of them being stolen. But
we're the sieve, and then our listeners are kind of the cheesecloth.
Yeah.
And then the podcast is the beautiful oat milk that comes out at the end. The beautiful pure oat milk.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
And your fake question is a little husk.
Yeah, the little oat husk. Which is
Yeah.
high in fiber. But I'm thinking of an analogy here. Fiber makes you shit. Okay, so let's focus on that. Fiber does make you shit.
Okay, we're getting some. We're workshopping this live.
Okay.
This metaphor.
We are what filter are we? We're the sieve.
We're the sieve.
We're the sieve. Our listener base are the cheesecloth. You can't get anything past all of them. There are too many of them. The holes are too tiny, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And then our podcast is the beautiful pure oat milk.
Yes.
Or almond milk. But I'm going to go oat milk. I like that. Oat milk that passes through, that we drink. Ooh, it's so good. Probably add a little bit of maple syrup, just a splash of it, a little splash of vanilla. It's delicious, right? The vanilla is the content. Mm-hmm. The splash of maple syrup is every time Austin writes in.
It just sweetens us up.
Sweetens up the podcast just a bit.
Yeah.
And the dry, awful, fibrous husk is the fake questions that we get.
The fake question. Yeah.
That we get on the show. And if you eat that, you'll shit yourself.
So sorry to everyone that listened to episode 3 because you shat yourself.
You did.
You ate the husk. I'm sorry we fed you a husk.
We're sorry you ate the husk. That's a good possible title for this episode. Sorry you ate the husk. Yeah, we're sorry you ate the husk.
Good.
It'll only make sense if you listen to the very last bit of this episode.
You have to listen to
because usually we'll do something like at in the middle-ish, but the very last
in the
bit.
first
But I'm just liking how that rolls off my tongue. We're sorry you ate the husk.
We apologize.
That's pretty good. I might actually do that.
I'm very sorry for making you eat the husk.
Anyway, this has been All the Space in Between. My name is Mitch.
My name is Billy.
And we hope that you enjoyed listening. If you would like to visit our website sometime, our website is
allthespaceinbetween.com. And our email address is
allthespaceinbetween.com. I'm sorry, hold on. Fuck. Shit. From the top.
.com.net website.
Yeah, website/org. Make sure to put this in the email field. Email to : all the space. Okay, it is all the space in between @gmail.com.
Yes.
And if you would like to, if you for some reason remember, we made it as easily as possible. It's just the name of the podcast.com and then the name of the podcast at Gmail. But if for whatever reason you forget, just fuck, I don't know, man. Rewind this.
I'm sure there's a link in the description.
Oh yeah, there's a link in the description of what you're listening to right now that'll take you to the website.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can just click it.
Yeah, I do that purposely for that.
Yeah.
Does anybody read our descriptions? I say abso-fucking-lutely not.
No.
The descriptions are...
We should start hiding stuff in the descriptions.
Yeah, just discount codes to the Flat Sound Shop. The only reason to have a description is so that the website isn't just players with no text or anything.
Yeah,
but that's the only
ugly
reason.
To us.
Yeah. Other than that, there's not a single person who's like, let's learn about this episode before we actually dive into it.
And so that we can like sneak Joe Rogan into the kind of descriptive text of every episode, so that we come up when people search for him.
Yeah. On this episode, my buddy Steve is looking for jobs and eating an apple.
Beautiful.
Experience Joe Rogan.
That's SEO for you.
Hey, I haven't hold on one second. I haven't spoken about Joseph Rogan himself in quite a bit. Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience is his full name. But
Joseph R. Experience.
Joe Rogan Experience as his
JR Experience, like JK Rowling.
JR Experience. So here's an idea. A podcast that's just called Experience Joe Rogan. It's as you can imagine, very Joe Rogan centric.
It's a fan cast, actually.
Yeah. That's honest to God, that's a pretty good idea. Joe Rogan Experience. And
someone has to have done it.
It's called Experience Joe Rogan. And it's just like, would I get in trouble for this? It's just a re-upload of his episodes, but I make them atmospheric. I'll add a little bit of reverb to his vocals, and there's just like drony ambient music in the background. So instead of the Joe Rogan Experience, you then experience Joe Rogan.
It's more of an experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
I mean, you'll go to jail, but it'll be worth it.
Right. I'll go to jail for being the richest man in the world, probably.
Yeah.
If that's what you're referring to.
It wasn't.
Okay,
but...
yeah, I see you nodding your head that you weren't. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this podcast.
This podcast of ours.
Which, let's mention this right before we go. We recorded from opposite sides of the world.
We recorded this from opposite sides of the
Technology,
world. Technology,
baby.
that. Yeah.
Tell us how it sounded. How does this sound?
It better sound good. I swear to God, it better sound good.
It better sound okay. We're like
Guys,
trying.
I like learned how to open Logic for this.
She learned how to open Logic. She's recording her own audio file. Hopefully she didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, because I fucked it up once already.
You fucked it up a couple times, yeah. And but it's a learning experience, and we're recording this from opposite sides of the world right now, so that's pretty good. We're speaking to each other in a video call, very long distance relationship-esque. And I think we got it to work kind of okay, and I do think this is a very funny, very very good episode that we're having.
Yeah.
So
I mean, keen-eared listeners who listen to your microphone rants on other mediums, you were telling the truth when you were saying we were recording into a Rode NT USB.
Yes.
And
rather than a Shure SM7B.
We usually record on a Shure SM7B, and
Right.
that is because I am recording on one here.
Yep, I had to get you one for
England.
over there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're recording
we're
in the same
matching
microphone.
now.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully that sounds okay. Please let us know how it sounded, and please, guys, keep on rating and reviewing this on Apple Podcasts. We get new ones every so often. We keep forgetting to read some of them because we're like, yeah, we'll do that next episode, and then we never do. But continue sending them, and maybe we will. Send us a good little positive rating, and keep telling your friends about the podcast, and keep listening. And we will be back next week with another episode.
Yes. Have an excellent week.
Bye.
Bye.